In Mulles, the works on the biggest construction lot on the Italian side of the Brenner Base Tunnel are fully underway. The construction lot ranges from Brenner until the southernmost construction lot, the Isarco River underpass. It includes the construction of a total of 65 kilometers of tunnels, both northwards and southwards, as well as the emergency stop below Trents. In addition to drill and blast excavation works, 3 tunnel boring machines will be used for the excavation of the tunnel tubes towards the national border. The first, named Serena, is already working in the exploratory tunnel towards Brenner. The 2 TBMs for the main tunnels, after a complicated production phase at the Herrenknecht factory in Germany, were moved to the construction site. This was a significant challenge in terms of logistics. The largest, heaviest parts travelled by sea via Antwerp and Marghera, because it would not have been possible to bring them through the Alps. The 2 TBMs were reassembled over the course of 6 months, and under the names Flavia and Virginia, are proceeding apace with their work. The most important part of this high-technology underground tunnel fabric is its cutterhead. It has a diameter of almost 11 meters and has numerous cutters. Which, while rotating, crush the rock into small pieces. The rock behind the cutterhead is then shifted onto a conveyor belt. From there, the spoil is carried automatically out of the tunnel to the disposal site. After the boring phase, the reinforced concrete segments, the so-called tubbing rings, are installed in a ring shape along the tunnel under the protection of a shield casing. The segments are picked up by means of a rotating crane arm and precisely joined together. Once the keystone has been put in place, another 1.5 meters of the tunnel lining will have been installed. The just-in-time supply of tubbing rings is an important prerequisite for uninterrupted tunnel driving. Therefore, the precast concrete elements are produced in the immediate vicinity of their destination, in a specially built segment plant. In the production of tubbing rings, every millimeter counts, and important parameters such as tunnel cross-section and statics are taken into account in tubbing segment design. The production steps must be carried out precisely. After drying, the 9-ton tubbing rings are transported underground by rail-bound vehicles through the completed tunnel system to the tunnel boring machine. In the southernmost stretch of the Brenner Base Tunnel, the new railway line will move to the other side of the valley, and thus pass under all the traffic routes along the Brenner axis and the Isarco River. This is a complex challenge, and the stretch under the Isarco River especially requires special construction techniques. After completion of the 4 huge shafts, the excavation of the main tunnels northwards has begun. In autumn 2020, the most complex construction works for the Brenner Base Tunnel project started right here, with ground freezing and the Isarco River underpass. The ground freezing method uses nitrogen to create an ice shell around the area to be excavated, so that safety can be guaranteed during the operations below the river. After the consolidation of the soil, the tunnel was excavated using drill and blast methods. And soon after, the internal lining of the tunnel was carried out. After completion of one of the connecting tunnels with ground freezing in autumn 2020, the excavation and breakthrough of the first main tunnel tube took place in April 2021. Two more tunnel sections will then be built below the Isarco. To the south, excavation has been completed on the main tunnels and the two connecting tunnels leading from the main line to the station in Fortezza. The southern entrance to the Brenner Base Tunnel has been built at the station in Fortezza, and the breakthrough took place in December 2018. Now people travelling through the station in Fortezza can actually see the Brenner Base Tunnel. After completion of the construction works, the entire construction site will be restored to its natural condition. Another information centre on the project of the century is located in the old fortress in Fortezza, near the southern entrance to the tunnel. It provides information on the history of the Brenner Pass, on the project, and the progress of the works, as well as statements from people who work on the project itself in all its many facets. Originally a masterpiece of Habsburg military architecture, built as a barrier no army could overcome, the fortress of Fortezza now serves as an information hotspot for one of the biggest cross-border projects in the world.